All right, welcome back to the Krug Show. Raj in the house from our SF-49ers. We do this weekly. One of the stories that is not necessarily a Niner story, but there's a Niner angle to it, involves Colin Kaepernick, ex-49er quarterback. And I guess Kaepernick wrote Joe Douglas, the Jets general manager, a letter seeking a quarterback job. He offered to be Zach Wilson's backup. He sent a letter to the Jets general manager. His agent has reached out to the Jets after the Aaron Rodgers injury. One, do you think that what's your belief on Kaepernick? Is your belief that he's being blackballed and he is persona non grata and there's some kind of a collusion agreement among all 32 owners to not touch him because he was such a polarizing figure? I've heard people speculate that he pressured Jed York into donating $1 million to his foundation, and that rubbed some of the owners wrong, and that the owners want no part of Kaepernick. Of course, the Niners drafted him in the second round back in 2011, and he played 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 15, and 16 with the Niners. He has never played for another team. He has not played since. His last year was 2016. He was 29. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's now 7 years later. He's 36 years old. What's your belief on Kaepernick? I mean, is he blackballed and nobody wants to touch him because he's a polarizing figure? Is he, is it just that, the other people would say, no, he just wasn't very good and he kind of regressed. But his last year in the league, he did have 16 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, which is hardly terrible. His career is 72 touchdowns, 30 picks. What's your belief on Kaepernick? Is Colin ever going to get, and there's been teams that have worked him out. There's been teams that have kicked tires on him as if they're interested, and then it just never goes anywhere. What's your belief on what's going on here, Raj? What do you actually believe?
So a couple things. I mean, he may have been a polarizing figure many years ago, but you hit the nail on the head, Larry. It's been 7 years since he played in the NFL, competitive football. He probably should have wanted to take a backup role a couple years ago. He probably should have taken a practice squad, which in the letter that the funniest thing about this whole thing is J. Cole. I don't know if you know who J. Cole is, but he's a rapper,
Yeah, I know J. Cole.
Yeah, he's the one that leaked the letter. Like
Raj, I might not be, come on. Come on, man. You're talking about a guy who partied with Too Short in high school. Come on, you got to give me a little bit of, you got to get.
I give you the.
All right.
So J. Cole.
I know my J. Coles.
So to me, it just sounds like Kaepernick's begging at this point. I mean, I rooted for the guy when he was on the Niners. I loved him. The stretch he had was magical. I'm not gonna lie. The Green Bay game, that game was magical to me. Like, it was amazing. I loved it when he was on the Niners, when he was at his peak. But he's not at his peak. He hasn't played in the NFL in 7 years, Larry. He has to give it up. He's begging. You got J. Cole releasing this instead of releasing songs. You got something to talk. This is crazy to me. Like, Kaepernick, his time has passed in the NFL. 36. He's 36 years old. Hasn't played for 7 years. Again, J. Cole should be dropping albums instead of dropping Colin Kaepernick's letter. Like, this is crazy to me. It's give it up. Give it up, old man. That's it.
You're talking to a guy who sometimes will put on DaBaby. You're talking to, I got some flavor. I got some flavor.
Yeah, I think the biggest story is me dissing Larry, not knowing he didn't know who J. Cole is.
Come on. Come on.
Oh my God.
I used to host a show with G-Rad.
Okay.
Come on. You don't think you don't think I know what's up? Come on now. Once again, I'm money in the, I'm money in the grave. I'll
go.
throw a little Drake.
Drake album next week. Let's go.
Come on, I got a little something. I got eclectic music taste.
I love it.
I'm not. Don't paint me as a dip in and Jason Aldean. Though I can go Aldean too, but I can go rap. I can. I'm. That's how I roll. Okay.